Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more news from the Golden State Warriors, but before that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. The need to add players at the trade deadline was accepted by the Warriors. And changes will happen so that the team can get out of this turbulent moment and enter the playoff classification zone. But two young players have stood out with the Warriors, and this has sparked interest from other franchises, and they could leave the Warriors for another place, where they will have more playing time. Several teams want to sign two young Warriors. The Golden State Warriors are expected to be active before the February 8 trade deadline, but as speculation grows about who they could target next month, rivals are interested in some Warriors players. Golden State Warriors pair, Moses Moody and Brandon Podziemski, have been identified as potential trade targets for rival teams. In looking at the top 3 trade targets for every NBA franchise, Bleacher Report's Zach Buckley believes a couple of rebuilding teams could hold interest in adding third-year wing Moses Moody and rookie sensation Brandon Podziemski. If the Hornets add any players this trade season, they should look for young talent who could be bargain-priced. Moody and Brandon Podziemski both look like 3-and-D wings capable of providing much more than their current employers have allowed, Buckley wrote. Given his recent place out of Steve Kerr's rotation, Moody could be a gettable piece for rival teams seeking a player who's proven an impactful player on both ends at various points this season. Podziemski is likely to be far less obtainable, but that might not stop the San Antonio Spurs from holding interest in the 19th overall pick. While dealing their veterans for draft assets may be the #1 priority, the thought of adding Podziemski to their slew of young talent, led by Victor Wembanyama, would be a tantalizing one for Spurs fans. San Antonio can target players with a realistic chance of growing alongside Wembanyama. Podziemski have a chance to do just that, since they are capable of creating offense but also add value off the ball, Buckley outlined. Podziemski continues to play a significant role for the Warriors, having averaged 11.1 points, 5.9 rebounds, 4.4 assists and 1.7 steals in over 29 minutes across the last 12 games. It's hard to see Golden State moving on from the 20-year-old unless it's part of a package for a win-now star, the likes of which the Spurs don't really possess.